Hey guys, welcome back. In this section, let us look into gathering insights and intelligence from the various analysis that has been built in the previous section. So let's go through the list of analysis we can do to get insights and intelligence. The first one is the Process Explorer. I'll show you how you can use a Process Explorer to gather insights and intelligence from the process. And the second one is Variant Explorer. And the third one is Case Explorer. Fourth one is Conformance Analysis. Then we look into the dashboard, how different dashboards we can build, to look into various insights and intelligence from the process. Then we look into different kind of filtering that we can do within the dashboard. The first one in that is attribute selection. The second one is activity selection. Third one is process flow selection, and fourth one is throughput selection, and the fifth one is rework selection, and the finally crop selection. So there won't be any theory in this class. Let's directly jump into the actual the dashboard which we created for this lead to conversion process, and we will try and look at these different analysis to look for different insights and intelligence. Okay, now let's look into the Process Explorer, how we can derive insights and intelligence. Let me explain you what is a Process Explorer. So the Process Explorer component allows you to add a visual overview of a selected business process to your studio view. So basically this view, you can add this Process Explorer view, which I have added here. So this would basically show the most frequent process activities and connections highlighted in the process. So let me make this a bit big and show it to you probably so that you can see it better. Now this is the Process Explorer component. Yeah, I've zoomed in a bit. So this is the lead to conversion process. So basically what I said is, this would show the most frequent process activities. So these are the most frequent process activities in this process and also the most frequent connections. Yeah. So this is on a very high level. This is what it shows. You can increase the number of activities by clicking this button here. So you click this, it shows you what is the variant in the process. So likewise, if you click it, you can make it till 100%. And if you want to make this flow 100%, you can click this to make it 100. So now this is 100%. So this is a simple process because we had only 10 cases. But in reality, if you have a very complex process, it will look like a spaghetti diagram. But let's look into how we can get some insights from this Process Explorer. So let me make it as the basic one to start with. Now, what is this saying? Yeah. So basically it says this process has 10 number of cases. What we looked at the activity table, there are 10 cases. Out of the 10 cases, 9 visits landing page. Likewise, 9 goes to how it works, 9 visits visit product, and 10 click signs up. So you might be thinking, where's the other one? Probably if you increase the flow on the activity, it might flow from somewhere directly to here. But out of the 10 click sign up, only 3 have selected the product A, which is the most frequent activity when compared to the other selection of product. Then 5 of them click buy now. So which means out of the 10 users who are coming in, 5 have bought basically. So that is 5 divided by 10, which is uh, uh, 50% is the conversion basically. Yeah. And 5 completed payment and all the 10 closes the session. Out of the 10 user who come in, all of the 10 closes the session, but out of the 10, 5 are buying now. So that's how you say it. So this gives you that insight. Then secondly, you can see how much time it takes for every user on an average between activities. So you can go here and change it to throughput time average. So this would actually tell you how much time each of these on an average the users are taking. Right now we have it in days. Basically someone visiting a website won't take a day to go into different features within the website. Probably hours or minutes would be more appropriate. So if I click on minute, you can say after visiting landing page, it takes on an average of 4 minutes for a user to go into the visit how it works, likewise visit product, and they take only 1 minute to click sign up, and within a minute, okay, they select the product, within a minute they buy. So if you see here, the most amount of time taken by the user for them to go click sign up. So these two are taking the most amount of time. Probably there is more information in the visit landing page, or if it might be a video, okay, within how it works. It's taking them some time to have a look at it. If they're convinced, okay, they go into the visit product page. Uh, if they like any of the product, it takes them only 1 minute to sign up. As soon as they sign up, the conversion's happening, okay, pretty much quickly. Yeah. So that's how I see this process. Okay, so probably if it is a different process, you can look into what are the various kinds of bottlenecks within the process. Like for example, if someone is signing up, if they are taking a lot of time, let's say they're taking 10 minutes to select a product, which means the product that is there in the website is not clear. Yeah, so they're not able to identify where to go select product. Probably that feature is not easily available for the user to select. So probably you can work on the user experience to improve it. So that's how you can utilize this process explorer to analyze, okay, various different intelligence, okay, on the process a user goes through within the website. So now if I increase one more activity, so it shows you the first variant. So as I see, out of the 10 visitors, three of them select product A and four of them select product C. Yeah. So now I want to know, I don't know. So by seeing at this, I don't know uh, which user have complete the payment. Is it for product A who select or product C? That is okay, whether they have bought product A or product C. To simply identify that, okay, you can easily look into it. You can just click on this and you can select the process only with this case. So when you do that, it automatically rearranges the process. You can see here the 5 people who bought the product. Three of the product that has been bought is product A, and two of them is product C. So this is how quickly you can find out. Right? If you have a lots of products, if you want to know okay, which product is getting bought okay, by the user, so this way you can look into it. And also this can be used to look at anomalies. Yeah. Like for example, you can look at number of cases where the users have selected product C and but not done the payment. So let's look into that case. Yeah. So like for example, I will select product C, the process with product C, the user who have selected product C but who have not paid. So I will go into this. Sorry, just click on this, but without. So you can see two users who have selected product C have not bought it. And again, you can utilize other analysis to see more insights about the user. Like for example, if I want to know exactly who are these users, what is the process they have followed, so I can add a case explorer. I'll just simply add one case explorer. So this immediately going to tell me, okay, user 10 and user 9 have selected product C but have not bought. So I can look into user 10. This tells you the exact process. Yeah. The user, this particular user 10 has visited the landing page and they visited the product page first before the how it works. They visited the product, then they went to had a look at how it works. Probably they kind of liked what is it. Then they selected the product C. Uh, they were interested to buy, then they click sign up but they didn't buy. There might be reason. Okay, so probably if you're showing the pricing okay after sign up, probably the price is something not worked out, not something the user 10 was interested in, so they closed the session. And that's how you can look at different analysis, different intelligence using a process explorer. Yeah. So that's the first part. Okay. So this is how generally you have to analyze. Yeah. So number two, I want to talk about variant explorer. So I think I have built that here already. Yeah. Okay. It is here. Yeah. So let me cancel these filters out. Okay. So this is the variant explorer. So what is a variant explorer? Variant explorer shows all the different paths, a specific process process takes within an organization. So basically, it will show you all the different variants. Yeah, if you see this one, what is selected on the top here is the most common variant. So this is the maximum number of cases following this variant, which is only two, and this exactly tells you what is the process followed by that variant. And you can look at this, okay, by selecting the second variant, it slightly changes. You can select the third variant, slightly changes likewise. Yeah. So the quick way to look at it is you can look at this is the most common variant. If you have a lot of cases, let's say if you're talking about 500,000 cases, you can look at what is the happy path. So the process followed by the most number of case who come into the website. Yeah. And at the same time, you can look at the least common variant. So that shows the least interested path, okay, taken by the user. So with this intelligence, you can, like, redesign the user experience for the best performance of the website. And you can also look at what is the longest throughput time, okay, which process has the longest throughput time. Yeah. So now if you see it is taking 1 day, okay, probably if I change this into average throughput time. So this is taking, okay. So if you see here, this particular case, yeah. So there are these two cases on average, they're taking 1 day after sign up to visit the product. Probably they would have signed up today. Probably the next day the session would have been opened. Probably they should have opened it later in the night or something. The next day they would have come and visited the product. But if you notice, both the person who have visited the product the next day have bought it, even though they've taken longer time to see the product, they've bought it. And you can explore exactly this case, by going into the case explorer. So that would, okay, so this is not selected. Probably you have to, I think, okay, so this basically don't slices across the whole dashboard. So this variant explorer is to understand the different variants. But if you notice, okay, this filter is not applied, okay, across the dashboard. So if it has to be applied across the dashboard, it has to show in the top. It has to be applied here. Yeah. But again, on a very high level, you can look at this overall process has 8 variants. The total number of cases itself is only 10, but out of that, 8 variants. So which is not great, I would say. If there are only very less cases, the least number of variant, okay, which means that shows your process is more standardized. So this company has to work on it, okay, a better user experience. So every single user who follows it, they follows the best process that would lead them to click buy now, so that, okay, they get the conversion. So that's how I see it. Yeah. So the next one I want to talk about is the Case Explorer, which I showed you already. So Case Explorer would give you the details of the process by every case. So if you select the first case, you can exactly see what are the process they followed through, how much time they've taken. Like if you have a user, okay, who has clicked it and which region it is, etc., etc. So that's what the Case Explorer gives you. So if you can see, this user one has taken a total of 7 minutes the duration from end to end. Likewise, you can see user 10 has taken 1 day, but even though user 10 has converted, yeah. So that's how I use the Case Explorer. So moving on, let's look into the conformance, yeah, conformance analysis. So let's build the conformance analysis from scratch. Okay, I'll show you, okay, how you can build it. So click on this add. So it's simple, yeah. So you can click on this. It'll ask you to mine the target process or upload a process model or a new process model. You can draw it, or if you have a BPMN already created, you can upload that, or you can mine the standard process from the process model. So for simplicity, I'll mine the process, and this is how it comes. Okay, so let's say you launch analysis. So basically, the mined process is here. So basically, this is the auto standard process that has been drawn by Celonis. So you can amend this, okay? You can edit this, or you can upload a new model, so that this is the standard process, what you want to follow, what you want the user to follow within the website. And you're going to look at what is the deviation or what is the conformance between the standard process and the process taken by the user, and how many of the cases are conforming, how many are not conforming, and that's what this analysis will show you. So when I launch the analysis, we can clearly see the standard process, what you want the user to follow. Only two cases, that is, the two users have followed that, and eight of them failed. And why they have failed? Okay, all those reasons are here, the violations. Yeah. So that's the conformance analysis. And I think so. The next one is the dashboard, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, dashboard. Yeah. So let's move back to the analysis. So dashboard is something like this. Okay. So you build a dashboard like this. So you will utilize. Okay. So I have not built any KPIs as such now, but like I will show you a, like, a proper productionized dashboard, okay, at the end of this session, so that you can have an idea of, okay, how we generally use dashboard to get insights and intelligence and deliver return of investment for clients. But for now, this is the dashboard. You can build a dashboard here by different components like charts, etc. And you utilize some KPIs here to see, okay, how is the performance, whether it is going up or down, and you can have multiple filters to slice down the KPI by that. That would immediately tell you, okay, what is performing and what is not performing. Yeah, and this dashboard, okay, there are a few things I want to talk about. You can actually apply filters in different ways. Yeah, filters is one of the important thing we have to understand, because Celonis has a very nice way to filter things. I think the first one I want to talk about is the global filter. So you can go here and you can go to load script and you can filter. Like, for example, if I want to filter only by China, the region China, what I will do is I will take this field. I will go here. I will apply the global filter as filter. That one is equal to China. Then, which means this whole analysis, the whole dashboard is filtered for only for China. So now you can see it is only China has come here. Only three cases are there, and the whole process explorer, everything has been filtered by that. And that is what is called a global filter. Now, for example, instead of applying the global filter here, so I cancel it. So I cut it. I apply this global filter here in the sheet. It's a sheet level filter. So then this is filtered, only this sheet alone is filtered for China. But if you go back here, you would see all the cases. This is not filtered, yeah, or this is not filtered. So this is a sheet level filter, and at the same time, you can actually apply a component level filter too. So instead of applying this at a sheet, I will go apply it in a component. These are components, right? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll apply a component filter, then which means only this component is filtered. But here, if you zoom out and see, you still have all the cases, 10 cases, but it is filtered only for this, which is an important thing. We use this, okay, in many places and use it in an intelligent way to get the output we need. So I wanted to show you that. Yeah. Okay. Now I remove the component filter. So then next one I want to talk about is the pre-filled, kind of selections you can do. So which are these ones. So basically attribute selection, activity, process flow, throughput, rework, and crop. So the way you do it, I'll show it to you now. Yeah. So let's look at attribute selection. So let's click on attribute. So here I want to select the whole analysis by one attribute. Yeah. So let's say I want to select only by region, and the region is I want to select only UK. So it's similar to filtering, but in a different way. Yeah. So you're going to select only UK. So the whole analysis is filtered by UK. So you can see here, if I zoom here, it has only five. All the five are from UK. And that is what is attribute selection. Okay. So, and the second one is activity selection. Let's say you want to, see the uh, process only by the cases that flows through certain activity. For example, I want to see only where there is conversion. So that is people have bought it. So I say cases flow through only complete payment, I can see only 5 cases. And you confirm this here, and you can see, okay, this is showing only the 5 cases where there is only complete payment, only the 5 cases. And it is only in UK and US. China didn't have uh, any conversions, right? So this, like, you can do this way, or like, as I said before, you can go here and select this activity. So select this and only with this activity. It is same as that. Cases flow through complete payment. So it's just another way to do it. Yeah. So now the next one is process flow selections. So you can look at kind of uh, the process activity that are retrospectively happening. So this is mostly in the case of compliance. Yeah. So if let's say you want to look at let's say when this activity happens, select product C, and how many of the cases are followed any time by, let's say, complete payment. So it shows only 2 cases. So how many of them are followed directly by? It says 0. So after selecting product C, no one has gone to complete payment. So they are doing something else, between payment and selecting product C, which is we can see in this. So they are click buy now. After selecting it, they're clicking buy now. Only then they're doing the complete payment. And this is how you would use it. And there are a few other things, not directly followed by, never followed by. So okay, you can see let me take another example here. Let's say product A, or let's say product B in this case. Yeah, product B never followed by complete payment. So you can clearly see there are no cases of that sort, right? Okay, so there are no cases which is satisfying this. So not directly followed by, never followed by is directly, so if I click this also is giving the same. But instead of B, if I do A, sorry, okay, let's say C, I think there has to be, yeah, even this is not, this is failing. Yeah, never followed by. So you can see two of them followed like in complete payment in product C, but here never followed any time by is 8, which means 8 of them didn't have any complete payment for this product C. Yeah. And the next selection I want to talk about is the throughput time selection. So this you can select by you can have a start of the process and the end of the process. That is a start activity and the end activity, and then you can look at the throughput time by minutes or hours. Yeah, so let me select by hours. Let's say I want to see how many have visited the home page, let's say till sign up. Yeah, so most of them has not taken like you know uh, okay, let me say 0 and 1 minute. Yeah, so you can see one cases only one case took from visiting homepage to sign up. Only one case is taken 1 minute. Yeah, generally they take 2 to 4 minutes. So instead of here I say 5, everything will be selected, and you can confirm the selection to filter the whole analysis by that. So that's how you use this throughput time selection. So the next one is the rework selection. So this tells you whether an activity is happening more than once. So for example, let's say example, what example can we take? Yeah, so let's say click sign up. Yeah, so yeah, so this clearly tells you generally an activity can happen only once or 0 in a process, but if it's happening more than once, which means there's some kind of rework is happening. So now this activity has happened more than once. Okay, so in one case it has happened more than once. So now I want to see which case is it. I select this and I confirm selection. It clearly tells me which case it is. This case where click sign up, when they click sign up, they go to homepage again, they come back and click sign up. And if I want to see, okay, who is this particular case, then I can go to the case explorer. It is user two. They have done click sign up twice in the process. So this is unwanted activity. Ideally, we don't want any rework. Yeah. So that's where, okay, this particular rework is useful. So now going back, let's look into the next one, which is crop selection. So this basically, you can crop the whole process with a start activity and a end activity. Let's say process C, and starting with process C and ending with the complete payment. Yeah. So there are only two activities. It actually filters the process from the start activity till here, and it gives you the exact time it takes. So that's how you do the intelligence and get the analysis. I mean, these are the groundwork which we have to do, during the analysis and intelligence stage. Once we do this analysis, okay, with the business people, then you can frame up, okay, what are the inefficiencies in the process. Then you can build a view to understand the root cause for that inefficiencies, and you can utilize something like action flow to remediate that root cause, to resolve that root cause. I'll show you a real example with that, but generally, this is how you utilize the process mining tool like Celonis to perform different kind of analysis. I hope this would have given you a good insight. In the next video, I'll take one proper use case of procure to pay, or procurement process, where I'll showcase to you how a supplier performance has been improved and how much value it has given to the business. Yeah, I'll show you how this exactly a finished dashboard looks like, and how we derive the intelligence from that, and how we build the remediation, okay, from the derived intelligence to solve that problem, to realize the return of investment for that particular client, to improve for an improved supply performance. Yeah.